The other night I was online looking at jobs in nursing informatics, and not because I'm looking for a new position or anything, but more because I like to be aware of the market and how these roles are doing, especially for the content. And you never know when opportunity is going to arise. But something that really stuck out to me on these requirements or these job listings, I guess you could say, is the difference between minimum qualifications and qualifications for getting a position in nursing informatics, and how much these can deter people from even putting their application in the first place. Now, from my own experience, neither of these have ever held me back when I was looking for a job. I would literally put my application in everywhere, and I got a lot of interviews. I met a lot of people at a lot of different places, and perhaps the reason that I did not get those jobs is because I did not meet their qualifications. But by me putting myself out there regardless and me getting that interview, I was really kind of just taking fate into my own hands and allowing me to present my best self to them and allowing me to put myself on their radar. You never know when something's going to come up. You may have made an impact on them, and that might sound silly, but in all reality, that's kind of what happened to me in the current position I'm in. I got my first job as an analyst, and I had also applied for an informatics job. I didn't get it. When that job opened up, they remembered who I was, they interviewed me again, and I ended up getting the job. So you just got to put yourself out there. But I really want to talk about the minimum qualifications, what I've seen, versus the qualifications, and how crazy the difference is between these two, and how you should not let this deter you from even applying, because you may be surprised how qualified you actually are for a role in this field. Now I'm looking at Arizona jobs, and this one stuck out to me because it does not have minimum qualifications versus qualifications. So right there, you may be thinking, I don't qualify because I do not meet this. Well, looking at this, I wouldn't know many people that do qualify. Let's kind of go through it together and we'll talk it out. So this job is a nurse informatics specialist, full-time. The qualifications are 5 years of clinical experience. Now, 5 years of bedside experience. I've known people who've gotten into this role with less. Perhaps this company wants you to have 5 years, but I know a lot of people who have not been in clinical for 5 years and have gotten into this role. So take that as you may. A master in science and nursing with the emphasis in health informatics. Now, this is one of the first jobs that I have come across where they want this. But again, this master's in nursing informatics is not necessarily a minimum qualification, so you may still be able to apply. Valid RN license, of course. Prior working experience in informatics. Now, this is where it gets tricky, because when you're first starting out in this field, and this is kind of where I got stuck, it's how do you get a job in informatics if no one will hire you because you don't have experience in nursing informatics? It's just very headachy. Is that a word? But it really is. Informatics nursing certification. Now this one right here, I will say from my own experience in all the hospitals that I've been at, have only met one nursing informaticist who has held the certification. It is very hard to obtain. It is very time consuming, and you have to renew it every so many years by retaking a test in which you are also paying for. It's kind of like, why would you want it in the first place unless you're looking for a job? Because the information within this certification is really kind of like the master's program, very general. When you get into your role, you'll find out exactly what you're doing, but I just feel like this is a hard ask from anyone. And at this point, I don't know many people who qualify for this job, so it may be open for a while. I started drinking coffee at home because I'm trying to save some money working remote. I can't be going out to Starbucks every day, so we're making coffee at home. This is not a Grand Canyon University mug. To speed this up, because this list goes on and on, I'm just going to go ahead and read through these. Intermediate PC proficiency, intermediate skills with word processing, spreadsheet database, strong ability to discover and map clinical business processes, strong self-directed organizational and time management skills. It really goes on and on. I'm going to kind of see if they tell us what their pay range is for this, because these qualifications are pretty wild. And it doesn't say what the pay range would be for that. I honestly think that should be a requirement on all applications. That way we know what we are signing up for. But with all those qualifications they're asking for, I would just assume that the pay would meet the skills that you're bringing to the table. Now we're going to transition over to the difference in what we see in minimum qualifications. The Mayo Clinic, they always get it right. This position is a manager in nursing informatics, and they list the pay here, $109,000 to $164,000 a year. You got to know what the minimum is. What's the minimum you could possibly make when getting this job? But also, what's the maximum? That way you can really negotiate. Now they do have minimum qualifications here, and this is going to be short and sweet, just like I like it. A master's degree in nursing or a bachelor's degree in nursing with a master's degree in a healthcare related field. So you don't necessarily need an MSN in informatics. You could have an MSN in education, an MSN in management. There's so many different routes that you could go with your master's in nursing. I really like that. Evidence of advanced knowledge and competence in informatics, great. Ability to develop effective working relationships, strong computer skills, excellent critical thinking, current license / certification in healthcare field, and again that nursing informatics certification, but you need to acquire it within 1 year of being hired. Crazy how different those two jobs are, and crazy how it can deter people so easily if they get caught up in looking at that long list and really just doubting yourself, like, I don't qualify. This isn't something I'd be able to do. Regardless, my advice to you is if you have your RN license, put your resume out there, beef it up, really do your research on what kind of words you can add in there to really allow it to be picked out. List all experience, any projects you've done on your unit, because those will really stand out as kind of like leadership qualities or initiative taking qualities. That can give you experience when you don't necessarily have experience in this field. But yeah, I really just wanted to bring awareness to the differences in these. If you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe. But I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.